Hello everyone, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Shadows of New York. Geez, it looks like it's pausing a bit too fast. So anyway, we gotta make choices already. Pretty sure this here's all just for feeding anyway. So the risk of swiping right, this Tinder edit smells like A bit of a loser, A wannabe intellectual, and A perfect source of nourishment. We could go to the club. Time to swing a little more on the devil's dance floor. The club beckons. Or a retributive justice, a meathead boy and his unfortunate victim. I should intervene, but what better chance could I find to test what I become? Also the somber thing. Yeah, that's one that bit bothered me. Oh no, I think we actually had the Bruja symbol, but felt like for all the choices between the characters it was that. Not sure. Anyway, we're gonna go Bob with the Tinder edit. I'm sure this won't end badly. He lowers his eyes awkwardly, thinking how to proceed with his rant. Did I do this one before or not? I can't remember. So it's like the conversation isn't really smooth, yeah. It's like I keep throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks, but nothing seems to stick for long, you understand, yeah? Uh-huh. It's really this lack of context that's killing me about online dating. It's bad enough when I feel forward and seeing sin, so all you have to rely on when starting a conversation, yeah? Well, in costume, medical finally happens, and she's actually willing to keep replying to you, and she's actually down to meet up eventually, and you're out there staying with her. And after 9 minutes, you still don't have that show contest, just no clue whatsoever. It's just like, take me out and put a boat in my hand, put me out of my misery. Uh-huh. So it's just one of those dates, and it's like we've been seeing her for ages, and the only thing she has a prolonged interest in is getting as hammered as possible, just one drink after another. Here's one thing about dating. Don't just instantly go into talking about your previous dates, like seriously. And the more drunk she is, the more familiar she's getting is these little things, you know, touching my upper arm after each joke, or arm, or my shoulder hood jokingly punching my waist. Yeah, jokingly punching your waist. This guy's so but steady. In addition, one recurring topic appears, and that is all the cool shit she has and wishes she could have shown me. Oh, too bad it's all back in her apartment. Oh, that's what hits me. She just wants to fuck her. Sleep with me. You're on fucking Tinder, of course she does. Like seriously, this is Tinder. This guy, I swear. You know, this happens with Tinder. Yeah. When you meet someone on Tinder, this happens sometimes. Yeah, well, eventually we both run out of ideas for topics that could potentially be interesting to the both of us. So I'm just like, yeah, sure, I'd just love to see all the crap in your apartment. So we Ubered down, it's a really pretty nice apartment, lighting up in 2 fans, but I can tell Dad's kind of an asshole. I'd like to punch the face if I ever met him, know what I mean? Dad could probably snap you like a twig. And then floss with you. So she guides me to the kitchen and makes me some tea, a rare Indian blend. Forget what it was. 5 minutes later, then she excuses herself and goes to the bathroom. Doesn't come back. Ten minutes later, I run out of tricks to read and become a little concerned. I start looking around. The first thing that catches my eye is the kitchen table. Uh-huh. They were surprisingly large and covered in neatly arranged documents. Neither arranged documents like some connected dots investigation report, mafia conspiracy kind of thing. Naturally, I'd take interest. Just retrace seconds to process with what it is. Her entire mental health history sorted chronologically with all the juicy stuff neatly underlined color. I mean, entire, it's all in there. And you just leave this out on the kitchen table? Huh. Detailed description of reflective household situation over the years, anxiety, ADHD, bouts of depression, suspicions, schizophrenia, severe bipolar disorder, some weird psycho, etc. stuff of a brother. I need a drink. Who just leaves this out on your kitchen table? I keep reading and reading. I remember what I said about throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks. I'm dead certain that's how her strings went about diagnosing her. Cover comes back from like an hour after she went in. At this point, I've read all the shit on the table 3 times, and not just the stuff she's highlighted for my convenience. I feel like right now I understand better than like someone who's read Crime and Punishment understands Raskolnikov. I'm not happy about like that, like at all. You know what I mean? I didn't even get shoes. She watched them for cheerful high. What's wrong with slick awkward? She nods. There's this weird finger gun thing and checkers. I've been doing work-related stuff on my phone the whole time. Small talk starts and button in. Kathy picks out one of the documents on the table and she starts doing these super obvious body language cues that are like, oh no, how did this get here? Practically dying inside if I put my cold price and make it look like I'm not here. Sorry, gotta reply to my boss. Yeah. We trade for 7 seconds, my overclock. Yeah, ha ha ha. She sort of collects all the dots, puts them away, and then nonchalantly asks me something about Tame and Paula while I'm feeling crushed for all kinds of trauma I've just learned about. The apartment starts feeling like a coffin. All of a sudden, she picks up a kitchen knife and starts playing with it. This zoned out style. Fucking mortified, so what do you think I did? I mean, slept with her? Of course I slept with her. Of course you did. I mean, so basically you meet someone on Tinder, they're A, gonna sleep with you, or B, they're gonna murder you. Hell, it could be both. It could be both. In this situation, hey, at least you only got off with that part. Of course I slept with her. That's how the worst 6 months of my life began. I couldn't even say I didn't see it coming. God, I'm such a slut. Leans back and groans while hiding his face behind his palms. I look at his neck. Every pain seems so visual and possibly alone. I don't think I ever looked at anyone's neck like that. I feel insanely thirsty. Damn. I know. Should have returned years ago when this rant began, and it was all about continental philosophy. What? Sorry, can you say that again? Pretty drunk, barely able to focus on anything but his current train of thought, just what I was hoping for. Years ago when this... never mind. Listen, Stephanie, I want to go out and get some fresh air. Yeah, touch your drink. I would if I could. No more alcohol for me. Now this one's not mine, means some dude bought for me, but I don't want Scans the room for death still look for the guy who did. No worse than his bad chance of finding him in a mail. The injury's like half a Michael laughed at once while looking around as if he was hoping to prove his dominance over an unseen enemy. Okay, after you. Walk around mostly in. Walking across a mostly empty street, he's focused on keeping upright and walking in a straight line. I focus on finding a spot where I could drink him up. Can't just end that public? Like, you know, non-starter blood doll thing? Bloodline style? You seem like bad news. Oh yeah, so why don't you just leave me alone? Determinism, I guess. But my eyes, and that's why I noticed a deep under a lit stairwell. Look around and realize there's no one around. This is my chance. I immediately yank him downstairs. It's almost pitch black, but I can still see his face. Just seems short. It's more like awkwardness. No, listen, it's not that I like no one to do this sort of thing in public. Quite the opposite. Just that I need a certain degree of comfort to perform at optimal levels. Oh, shut up. I think my fancy size negates when efforts become size. Finally, that's what I'm waiting for the past hour. That's my arms and I relaxed with him. It's like all the drinks I had to deny myself until now are hitting my head all at once with no unpleasant side effects. I feel radiant. I don't want this moment to end. But has to. I drop his body to the floor. I left the wound crew close just the way she taught me. His bolt is faint but steady, reaches a boost of him and finds him. Hell, there should be no suspicions. Walk up the stairway and sort of enter. Try my mouth and try to sense my fangs. Notice, it seems they really are retractable. Since when? Now here's the thing. I get that, you know, maybe that's actually a thing. It's just for gameplay design. In most games, you can't really do that. Cause, like, for example, let's go with Bloodlines. You can't really make retractable fangs, cause you need to denote that they're vampires, and the easiest way to denote vampires, oh hey, they're talking and they have fangs. I mean, this gives the whole vision that they're vampires just because their eyes sort of pulse slightly orange for some reason. I don't know why that's the design choice they went with these visual novels, but sure. Retractable fangs. Sure, that's a thing. The hunger pains are gone. I rub my hands around my body. Feel comfortable, hopeful, happy. Can't remember the last time I enjoyed life like this. Now let's keep this party going. Oh shit. We're still going. Well shit, I wasn't prepared for still going. And time to go swinging them on the doors dance while the club beckons. The club reeks to death and I love it. Been here quite a few times. But I've never seen anything this breathtaking. Everyone around me is whacked out of their minds and they keep dancing madly. The spirits dance beside them. Spectre still hears phase in and out of his system, become more visible the more intense the music grows. It looks like a bizarre ritual or profane mass. Notice the voice numbers that girls react to the strongest. The most suggestive ones cause them to appear distorted and even tormented. I mean, we have this whole zombie thing going on, so yeah. This is something that was shown to be born out of the harsh sounds and the dead were hoping to be reborn alongside it. The uneasy criminal desire for something far beyond their reach. Probably the same as when they were alive. Sometimes the living dance to spot their dead counterparts. It's usually the most manic ones who know something out of the corner of their eye for only a split second, but they never realize what they've glimpsed. Some apparitions enter a completely different tune than the rest of us. One only they can hear, those seem the saddest. The spectacle was eerie. Times it's unbearably melancholic, above all is beautiful. People move into the room until I reach a trance-like state, and then something even stranger happens. Every now and then when I brush against someone, a fragmentary vision appears before my eyes. Car burning on a freeway, outstretched hand in the depths of the sea, man jumping out of a skyscraper window. Great, and now we're seeing how people died. Wonderful. Over to the past, prevented from visions of the future. I have no idea what it means. I'm strangely eager to find out. Oh, hi. Well, you look fun. Then there are dancers like her, ones that aren't ghosts, humans, or even vampires, but something else altogether. New world for mistress and plan to get to the bottom of them all. But for now, I just want to dance. I believe that isn't that Times Square? Could be. Could be. Oh, why not? Watch Times Square from above is beautiful. Never thought this place could make me emotional, but to be honest, here I am, very deeply moved. Who would have thought? Up here was surprisingly easy. All things considered to be more than physical. To be more thought than physical effort. Every time I start experimenting with this body I realize I can jump over small barriers and climb steep walls with ease now. No perception of space has shifted. Well, once that had been easy in Bloodlines, where I could jump over small buildings, you know. But now, gameplay limits. And that whole masquerade thing keeps me from doing such. Now, also, I want to point out how we never even used such things in Coterie. Like, never was it even hinted that, you know, you could literally leap over small buildings practically. I don't know. Just trying to keep my mind from going. It doesn't help that I'm tired. But it's like, what? But stuff like this, it's like, just when is that a thing? Like the retractable things? Pouring attention just as I was so stay in the shadows as much as humanly possible. So I drove from a far away for a second. I felt uneasy, but I remember what she told me. Machines won't get a clear view of me anymore. Can't forward forwards. It's all glitched out with blurry. Yeah, that whole somber thing. I'd take it for granted if I didn't try to catch my reflection earlier on. I could see my face clearly, not in the mirror, not even in a puddle. Picture it's like one of Donnelly's clocks. Yeah, that makes putting up like, if you think about it, that makes, you know, putting on makeup and stuff as a sombre to blend in with, you know, mortal society a bit difficult if you think about it. Because A, you can't see a reflection literally at all from anything. So either you have someone else putting your makeup for you, or yeah, you just roll with it. She told me to keep a low profile regardless. Someone might take note and track you down. She didn't care to elaborate, but it didn't sound encouraging. Seems to me that I might never be able to see my own face again. I won't even be able to take care of my looks by myself, and what about the long-term psychological effects? Well, there you go, that was that. I was only tying to my stomach. Jesus, this is probably just the tip of the iceberg. What else is going to change? Calm down, wait a second. The past few nights have been the best of my life. For years I was on a downward spiral, feeling health, no future, a feeling of overwhelming powerlessness. Everything has been flipped upside down. Total paradigm shift. Batting is no longer the only option. I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow. Look at how that feels. We should stand mere seconds to midnight. The doomsday clock has been effectively turned off. Cold breeze brushes my cheek. See what is the times I chose to read. If the world told me to chin up, bend inward to my will, I'm capable of superhuman strength. I'm a master of shadows. I can do anything. Great, let's just leap off the building and fly into the sun. No, not the sunset. So anyway, tomorrow night I'll be reintroduced to my duties. If everything goes according to plan, I become a New York City representative of Clan Le Sombre. Thanks for explaining Clan Le Sombre. A vampire's family tree, specifically those showing common blood. Imagine everyone who is your blood relative, everyone you can picture gathered around the table at Christmas, all sharing the same strengths and legends. Might be hard to visualize when you come from a big family, but you're still probably only picturing a few dozen people maximum. Hundreds of vampires in any given clan, maybe more. Yeah, we don't even get explained on what Le Sombre is all about. It's just clan. Even though Le Sombre is literally right there. Whatever they are, whatever that means, I have no idea what to expect. Tonight is tonight. Free all my worries from a month ago feel like they belong to someone else. Fine things are looking up. Shadows of New York. So now that we enter the game proper. Oh, well. That date right there hurts. Oh, that hurts, just seeing that on the screen. I'm sure it does for a lot of you too. March 2020. When shit went bad. Back again at Big Beat Burger. Familiar sounds, familiar smells, familiar faces. Yeah, I'm recalling that night when everything finally seems to change for the better. And then COVID hit. And then everything went bad. Everything went terrible. I mean, think about that from a vampire perspective. Okay, so you feed on someone with that, you have a chance of, you know, infecting literally everyone that you also feed on. It's not like it's gonna really bother you as a vampire, but still. It's gonna carry it around to everyone else. It's like the whole frickin' epidemic in Bloodlines. It's not like I wasn't expecting everything to go back to the old depression normal. In the thick of it, the rational part of me recognized my state as temporary. These highs are those I hope that it won't end, or maybe that an ego death will finally occur. Satisfied, you stupid fucking bitch, I command you. So the logical evidence for why you should be satisfied. If that was searching for your life, and here's a detailed explanation of how you should treat the people that care for you. No doubt you always fell back on the same old habits. It's like they were encoded deep in my DNA, the aimlessness, the powerlessness, the spiritual exhaustion, goddamn fast food trips. Super fucking self-loathing. Now if I went by drinking somebody's blood, maybe I should just blame it all on the misfortune of my birth. You do the social climbing until you dissociate, and then you're just untethered constantly, frustrated, ball with dumb desires. Now I'm sort of immortal right now. I need to figure out what to do next. Jessica. Oh, that's a thing. Ow, my eyes. Jessica Asian movie once. Eli. Lemma Sabanatachi. Sabatani. Starring Tadanobu Asano. Of course, guys in the movie plays this Motorsport life figure, a legendary noise musician. The mysterious virus spreading around the world, causing a spare mass suicides. Rich CEO's granddaughter gets sick and alarms to die, so he spends a fortune searching for the kill. Turns out Asano and his friend, played by this violent onsen geisha guy, are traveling through Japan, searching the corpse-strewn towns in fear of a unique item that can produce beautiful sounds. Turns out that the avant-garde walls of noise they create were able to heal the infected. The corner was that easy, right? Theo begs the band to help, offering them all the money they want, but for some reason they refuse. Through a series of flashbacks, conscious and being nets of mystery unfolds. Eventually we realize that Alzheimer's, for instance, not just memory, it's also the cause of the virus. Whenever we connect with people, they get the hunger for more extreme, more novel experiences. Eventually they heal well enough we can satisfy them anymore. Leave the world to live, not even the musicians spread from this curse. They know the end will come sooner or later. The girl saved by a mind-blowing concept, but the tragedy merely postponed now for the last shot of Jesus like a sign of sign. They considering his role as savior and destroyer stayed with me. The form of the film is abrasive, limited, no narrative coherence, some weird cartoon creative choices. The Japanese noise soundtrack is a very freeform and hard to understand weave of themes. At this point, movies like this all that truly connect with me. Here we go. Now we're going to it. The New York City representative of the La Sombra clan now, so also known as the Night Clan. They have massive shadows who cast distorted reflections to make modern tech go haywire in their presence. So Clan La Sombra, that's us, the Night Clan. What kind of colors, magisters, abyss, misfits, or turncoats? They want to drive home the fact that many La Sombra switched sets in recent years, that whole Sabbat thing. The way I came to the story, we used to be the brains behind the Sabbat, a very nasty group working in opposition to the camera. They've since left for the Middle East, for the most part, but a sizable chunk of my clan opted out and changed sides judicially. We were entrenched in the Catholic Church back in Europe, but not for mystical reasons. Our path was that of coercion and puppetry, so pulling the strings of important religious leaders just a means to an end. The Night Clan is also a borderline Darwinian, though, philosophy about embracing new members. The shared spirit of my life was fully orchestrated by Kevin in order to see if I was good at La Sombra material. They do not care for losers who just take a line down. Then there's the dark. They're coming to grips with it, but apparently shadows aren't just absence of light to us. They're openings to some kind of hell. We can wield them or even use them to contact the dead. The downside, we show a classic vampire feature in that we don't really have clear reflections. The chance for not playing well with cameras and by extension having issues with dealing with technology in general. Well, there you go. Actually, a few months before his embrace, the ensemble had joined with the Camarero, the biggest and most traditional set in the vampire world. A group of vampires tied not by lineage but by ideology. Two most notable examples of the Anarchs and the Camarero. Not much in the Sabbat now. Unsurprisingly, these two are in the dread opposition and drifting further apart all the time. Well, there you go. Two groups actually used to fight each other, but well, leaders found some intel that made them reconsider their strategy, so they sent different mission to parley with their historical enemies. The deal they got in Chicago was simple. Non-life for non-life. For every La Sombra vampire allowed in the Ivory Tower, one La Sombra vampire has to meet the ultimate end. No name for the camera, usually used in a less official, occasionally derogatory context. So basically, we let La Sombra into the Camarillo, but another La Sombra has to die. That's a thing. Do you remember the name of the woman who met her final death so I could begin my own life? Her name was Hester Reed, a sworn enemy of the Camarillo. Grew up 5 spent decades opposing them. Final death, death from mortals, is defined as the total cessation of all biological activities. Vampires, being undead, face 2 moments of dying. The first when their mortal life ends, and the second final one when they truly cease to exist. You know, they turn to ash and all that. Usually involves rapid decomposition of the body up to and including turning to dust. If you're old enough, as if time is finally caught up with you. She was someone with far better principles than mine, from what I've gathered. Well, whoever she was, her excuse from my side served to come to New York City at least to give us a somber chance. Then they sent out. Then they set out to look for a mutually agreed upon candidate who became the clan's rep in the city. Oh yeah, let's take this person that doesn't really know what they're doing, who's just been recently embraced. I mean, there was a problem here. You realize this, right? Like, here's the thing. Normally, to rep an entire clan, you would choose someone who's well established. Someone who's, you know, probably been around for a couple 100 years or so at least. Not just, okay, this we embraced her like, you know, a few weeks ago. I'm pretty sure she might be the best candidate. I started to search for someone who gave the impression she was more than she appeared. The local court was looking for someone they could walk all over. After long negotiating, they decided to hire a good compromise. Great, someone they could walk all over. The court, the kindred hierarchy of rule, basically feudalism by another name. You have a prince at the top, primogen beneath him or her, a sheriff who also answers to the prince, and so on. Matters are handled at secret sanctuaries called Elysiums. Note the structure applies at the city level. Beyond that, the Cameroon's organization gives absurdity by Byzantine. Procedures just trying to destroy my entire life. Just to make me sure I was psychologically strong enough to join the ranks. The turncoat space, they called it. Somehow I succeeded. And eventually led me right back to where I started. Back to the Big Beef Burger. Step right and put my pen down. Oh hey, you're here. Hi you. Hi Valerie. Would that be all? Yes, remember, I hope you enjoy your stay in London. Oh, I very much doubt I will, just like every cultured person. I think the only good Englishman is like a dead Englishman. Ah, leave your head there to clear some of the dust when you hate so much. Ah, yes, the thin bloods. Clownless vampires whose blood is so dilute that they are difficult to tell apart from humans. Mars then for irreversible sunlight branded crescent moon, tattoos they must bear in some domains to show their status. Their bloods have been subject to decades of pogroms, prejudice, and discrimination. Despite that, the numbers are currently growing, though. Human passing appearance, covered without penchant for weird alchemy-style shenanigans, gives them the ability to thrive outside of kindred society. Bigotry and violence against them plus are quite normalized by the kindred, to the point where it's not at all uncommon to hear of them being killed or referred to as a threat to the masquerade. Funnily enough, the New York City camera acknowledges them and even offers them membership. Remember what's his face? Shit, now I forgot his name. That one guy when we were doing the whole Nosferatu thing with D'Angelo. But then it was like, hey, we were going to save her, but no, we're not. We're not. But they are third-class citizens at best, and they're representative of the privileges considered the butt of jokes at best, and slapped in the face above for council members at wars. Even though those folks have it better in this city than other camera domains, they step out of line conscious or not, the verdict tends to be fine or dead for barely second thought. Some to refer to as weaklings or runoffs, less roads written in, and to include young ones, chameleons, or the Duskborn. One of the benefits of being a scourge. There's one thing this world is never in charge of. Those some runoffs who forfeit their right to live. So a scourge, a very unpleasant person who's so tasked to hunt down vampires who were born wrong. Locally, that mostly means sandbloods are brought in directly to the prince. I thought the whole thing was they were just an agent of the prince. 'Cause that's what Coterie told us. Coach told us they were basically just like we were in Bloodlines, just a agent of the Prince, basically. This makes it seem like, no, they're just the person who goes and hunts down Thin Bloods. I mean, I guess that's how we understand it in this. And that will be all. Dear Kratos said hello and farewell. And safe travels. Unless the door hits you on the way out, Psycho. Ah, well. I'm the lonely somber in this town, and my representational role means jack shit. No title, no perks, no whatever. Right now I'm the court's gopher doing all sorts of work no pay out for touch. My main duty is being a sort of immigration officer. See, New York City is probably the biggest vampire travel hub in the USA, and definitely the biggest one on the East Coast. So every candidate arriving from Africa and Europe comes through here. The whole camera is not about bureaucracy and population control. So every vampire leaving or arriving in this town is supposed to check with me to inform me about the travels. Now here's the thing, doesn't that sound like you'd be getting vampires constantly in and out, but... maybe not so. At least the VIPs play by the different rules. They take care of the stuff through connections and servants. The small fish aren't like a vampire Statue of Liberty. The person for lots like every candidate coming to New York City should see on paper anyway. The first after the Prince, the Creator, the Provincial Council, these things vary, yeah. I'm not too trades with the summer, so they still prefer being traditional hands-on about these things. Ah, here we go. So, the Prince, where the buck stops, the big boss of a given domain. Use your city. These are the kingdoms you don't want to cross, those who have secured and held the claim against all contenders. Prince is a gender-neutral title for vampires, hence your city's head honcho, Helene Panhard, also calls herself that. Because remember, she's still in charge because Sophia's thing didn't really work out because, you know, it's all basically hey, you should totally go try to upset the status quo. By the way, you're trying to upset the status quo. And hey, that pawn you've been using is actually technically my pawn and led you here just because we could reveal at the end that this has all technically been part of the jihad, the game. Over to the Primitive Council. The Princess of Irish future elders, though mostly the younger so-called Ancilla and Ancilla in New York City who represent the interests of the local kindred. Traditionally, each major clan, faction, etc. would be given place in the council. The framework naturally favors the Camaro, though anyone can bring grievance to a primogen, not their own clan. There are few other rules governing who can become a primogen, but recent decades have seen the old paradigms rapidly shifting. Locally, Prince Panhard asked the Countess advice often, but it's no secret that she mostly used the primogen to conform a course of action she's already made her mind up about. That's how the end of the town, just a gopher. And then this work always serves to remind me I'm not quite in, just standing at the gate. They don't give me an office, I just meet everyone in public places. Such as coffee shops or this fast food restaurant. Yay, this fast food restaurant. Some would consider this an insult and lash out at me, but luckily most of them understand we're in the same boat, only here because we're courage and need to be reminded of our place from time to time. Speaking of my last client is 15 minutes late and I still have more errands to run tonight. This is getting irritating. She knows I should just find some self-respect and leave. But I won't. My sorry upbringing left me with a stupid sense of responsibility. 10 more minutes pass. Eventually an unfamiliar woman appears by the door. She tells someone to stand by the door and walks in. Ah, you. You. Long chestnut hair, body stuck in her late teens. By the look of her fashionable scarf covering most of her face, elegant clothes, dignified walk. A body stuck in her late teens. I never got that impression back in Redemption. Never once got that impression. Anyways. Then her descent from me trying my best not to let my impatience show, she obliges. You here to check in? I am. Drew Sawinski, I presume? She's scanning us around like we're at a circus. I hope you won't mind if I make it quick. I'm needing Elysium. Name? Elysium being, you know, a courthouse for vampires. Or designated peaceful place we can go to secrets. Illusion often hidden in plain sight, notable public buildings such as... also used by more such as museums, art galleries, and landmarks. Government office in New York City is very typical in this respect, as the current Elysium is a gallery in the Queens called the Art Hall. Elysiums also would be, in terms from bloodlines, basically any place where a powerful vampire is set domain. It's basically you can't use disciplines, weapons, you can't really fight or potentially feed on people in those areas. It's basically your typical be nice playground. Though in Bloodlines, I mean, you could still feed off blood dogs in certain Elysiums, but yeah. For the most part, also it didn't even really apply to just vampires. I'm pretty sure Mercurius was technically Elysium, despite it being just a girl. Basically though, it's excuse for you to not be able to fight or use disciplines. Anyway, name? Catherine Wise? Yeah, sure, that's what it is. Not sure I've heard that name before. There no such description of her crossing my mind. The weird lady who owns the art hopper is never there. Weird? There is her Catherine Wee's the owner of the art hall, de facto headquarters in New York City, Canada. For God's sake, why are you doing calling her weird right off the bat? God knows you're already fainted for yourself in front of enough VIPs in the city recover. I'm sorry, it's just that I still don't know many people though, so I have to go by the description given by members of the Primogen. Well, the description is mostly correct, outside of the one word that slightly perplexes me. Pot calling the kettle black, sounds like. From what I gather, it's just that your interests are rumored to be not fully aligned with cameras and irk some folks up there. Being a key for the Elysium is not enough for some, I see. Especially as much work can you do. She seems chill, good. Catherine Wise. Catherine Wise? Wow. Yes, you want me to spell it? People often have trouble getting it right. And forgive my indiscretion. It's just that people your stature usually don't bother checking with me. They usually report their arrivals when the Primogen and they make all the arrangements. I hear Prince Panhard is busy with the preparations for a big party. Even though I spared some paperwork, she'd appreciate it as a gesture of goodwill. So I was wanting to meet the infamous Lasombra representative. Out of sheer curiosity, my interest peaked once I heard about you. Of her. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I could bring up who she actually is. I think I already technically brought that up when I mentioned Redemption. But yeah. Thing is, we actually have, well, we came in after the Lasombra already left the Sabbat. But she has ties to the Sabbat, or she used to have ties to the Sabbat, so yeah. Goes around knowingly. Neat circumstances. Yes, Prince Helene Panhard had trouble justifying the exorbitant rent my property she would need. Just little pennies for her. And as far as I know, she's been sitting on empty property since last year. Looks like they've got it out for you bad. And that's what I assumed, but it's nice to get a confirmation. Well, some of my clients have been particularly popular in these parts, at least that's what I've heard, since the followers and so on. Yes, just to make sure you don't met Hester, but you know of her. I do know I wouldn't be here if not for her. You two met? No, I only heard of her once or twice. We had similar outlooks on many issues, although we tended similar outlooks on many issues. I mean, that whole tie to the Sabat thing. Although we tend to come with completely different solutions. In any case, I think it's mean for the Hesterites so that you could live. They fear to Earth, and now they fear you, and that's why they'll keep you down. If anyone who's not VIP said this to me, I'd laugh in the face. Look at what she's doing, she's trying to buy my favors. Let's not act like I'm easy, please. Stick to business. And tell in the meantime, I need you to help me out with my documentation. Of course. So where are you coming from? Washington, D.C. Now, this hill is still post, you know, after the Sabat left. Cause I'm pretty sure in Bloodlines I mentioned Washington, D.C. and a few other places being prime Sabat areas. Says the way people in Hollywood movies say it, the way that suggests that Washington is widely different from the Russian you and I would see. So what were you doing now? Take a guess. Government work? Write it down now to amuse Helene a little bit. Say so, day and hour of arrival. She takes out a plane ticket and slides it towards me. So Hill, I am God, meant for transit plane. I'm just thinking about that plane. Well, I mean, it depends when you travel on the plane and from where. First a visit. New prints out to work just fine. Guys, estimated duration of visit. Undefined range 6 months if you really need to. Place of accommodation, conditions of intended stay. The auto conditions should be adequate. Yeah, I mean, I tend to be happier of how B&B, home sweet home. Certainly I ever feel particular at home here. And that makes two of us. Curious, you have nothing holding you here? Picture of a blonde-haired friend appears in my mind's eye, then vanishes. And there's nothing holding me anywhere. I see. For a long time she stares at my eyes, and I return. The stare she's staring at me is unnerving, but I do my best not to turn away. Eventually she smiles. Didn't you say you were short on time? Oh god, yes, great work, kill me. I began to collect myself from underneath the table. You can simply inform him I paid you a visit. He'll understand, and he'll pass it on to everyone who should be in the know. And do you need anything else? I'm fine, I was about to ask you that myself. You're the one asking questions, Hill. And that's all for me. Good, we'll see each other soon, I hope. The party tomorrow night? I, wasn't invited. Gives me a pitying look. I said, well, if not given the opportunity, we should make our own. I'll be in touch. Good night, Miss Wise. We eyes. I wish you a pleasant stay. Good night. And don't rush these things. You've got your whole on life ahead of you. You're in a position where you can take it easy. Take your time, get a different perspective. And now I walk slowly out the door when I lose sight of the restaurant. I sprint toward the subway. Slow night? Well, you look slightly different. Slightly different. I wish you're late again, by the way. I hope you have a good excuse. Crater Awesome. The mighty sheriff from New York City is not happy with me. No wonder I met him in front of release him 30 minutes later than the time we had agreed upon. And appointed officer who enforced the prince's edicts, and if Crater's enemy made sure we were stuck in the mud. Sheriff punished down traitors and violators of the traditions. The greatest offenders were typically apprehended and brought back to be judged in front of and civil court. That's the case as the sheriff had says judge, jury, and executioner. Yeah, Catherine fucking Wise decided to arrive fashionably late. A likely story. She's supposed to be out of the city. You think I'm pulling her leg, boss? Feel free to check my report. Pass him all the official papers the way I do every other night. Crater stares me down for a good few seconds and sincerely gaze softens. You are serious. Wise in mid-arms with a mask and oaken clothes, surrounded by the smell of french fries and hamburger patties. That must have been one hell of a sight. It's not McDonald's. It's Big, yeah, I mean, that goes PvP. Not McDonald's, but yeah, God, I made such a fool of myself. First I did, I quoted somebody calling me a weirdo. I wanted to die on the spot. And so you're right, you walking philosopher. Been trying to teach you to control your tongue, but you never learn. There's a new gap every week with you. Still, there was good news and bad news. Good news is Catherine has a fondness for vampires of humble beginnings. Probably why she decided to see you in your, shall we say, natural habitat. She's one of those rich artsy assholes who seek out working class cred. I did say something about wash your tongue. The bad news is, she is very astute, so she can recognize a moron like you straight away. You never stood a chance of impressing her. Oh, shut up, you still need me for anything out here? I'll get on straight away. I won't be staying out here chatting with you. I didn't take care of my duties. 30 minutes is all it took to finish preparation for the big party. I'm about to see everyone off. Sorry. It could be helped, I suppose. The more you are lost in mine, I just run some company tonight, and you could really use a chance to appear here on official duties. Everyone can get to know your face. Who knows your fast food job isn't going to get you anywhere. You need to what do they call it? Hustle? You don't tell me that, but it's not like being paraded around for a bunch of blue-blood douchebags is. You someone managed to give me a painful nudge in the back without so much as a hint of visible movement. Language, you fool. They're coming out. Just stand here in silence for 5 minutes and then focus on not embarrassing yourself any further, will you? Got. First two servants appear in the door with Arto, an old man in a wheelchair pushed forward by his youngster, and I haven't seen either of them before. Well, aren't you sus? Mr. Payne, the night is still young. Hope you find the rest of it pleasant. Payne the wheelchair, I've heard about him. Anderson Payne, one of the American Cameroon's main connections to the government on Wall Street, disabled in quite a few ways, needs a sword to communicate. Now before you see him, if I was embraced in his condition. This connection, apparent Payne is nothing but grateful for his immortality, trying further in defenses of the traditions and Cameroon customs. Good night, Mr. Payne. Well, shades quarters on for those who deign to acknowledge me. At least this servant gives me a small bow. How he turns, they leave. Who returns to the next person leaving. Hi, Rachel. Can't wait to see you in the outfit. Ah, you. So here's the thing. We could have technically met her back in Coteries. I think she's also mentioned in other stuff in the World of Darkness. But here's the thing. We didn't do Tramiel last time on Coteries because we did Tramiel during the first playthrough of Coteries, and I figured we'd do things differently, so we technically haven't met Aisling Sturbridge yet. When we spend we show off these fancy dress parties caused me enough suffering without your help. I hope you haven't conspired with Helene to embarrass me with this gift. Pursue a shrink-wrapped set of clothes she's carrying inside her coat. Claire smiles briefly. I don't have to, as you well know. Prince Pano displays a considerable foresight in the matter of party planning. If there's one thing she's definitely serious about, it's frivolities. Reckoning lies simply mortal equality, especially for a prince. We have to celebrate it, not oppose it. I don't want to show off my bigger who knows. For etiquette, I will play your game and amuse the crowd a little bit and return to my study as fast as possible. Ah, here we go. Fancy words. Aisling Sturbridge, High Regent of the Chantry of the Five Boroughs, a hero of the Battle of New York, the biggest warlock in the town. Could be a prince herself if she didn't have her eyes on a bigger prize. Time to read over all the shit about Tramiel. The principals at the schoolhouse is over there, Tramiel. Also known as Chantries. Every chantry has a regent who oversees the education of all Tramiel in attendance. Now, regents may also hold positions on the Permanent Council and be active in the clan's strategic defenses. Now, all regions are ruled by lords and all that. Chantry with the Tramiel hang out a lot across the books and smoking beakers. Type of place, I imagine. And Clan Tramiel, named after the 8th century Hermetic mage whose followers for a brief period charged the world. The members of Clan Tramiel today are only able to practice their reality-bending thaumaturgic arts after consuming fresh blood. This because the Tramiel vote fucked up in their relentless pursuit of minority and condemned. They recently fall into a great schism of competing houses, all vying for the title of rightful heir to their namesake legacy. All both are rare ancient alternate life, and names include warlords, mandates, and transgressors. Yeah, basically they went and nommed, I can't remember if it was antediluvian or... They went and nommed powerful vampire and became their own clan, basically. Bunch of mages that decide, hey, we're gonna go become vampires, that'd be great. There's no one knows what the price is. They only know it has something to do with... Go for thaumaturgical research, we'll try to find out what it is. Failed violently. Oh, I'm sure you're going to have fun. Mr. Wonsky here has just informed me that Catherine Wise is back in town and safe to assume she will join festivals. You are kidding me. Her negative reaction intrigues me, so I decided to give her another nudge. Tell me to send her regards and she actually can't wait to catch up. Cheeky. The end of told me our faces last time I was counting on, but it would do. I'd love to catch up with her. Bill could see venom in her voice. Chloe suggested in fact she'd hate to catch up with her. No such a moment I would be very special, but for now I bid you adieu. And she's gone. Some kind of story between Aisling and Wise that I should be aware of. The part about sitting in regards, there was a bold-faced line, wasn't it? Innocent one. Or sharing someone's courtesies is just good etiquette. You're unbelievable. I doubt how Regent Sturbridge took it as a courtesy, considering she once attempted to call for a blood hunt or Wise. A blood hunt. A punishment sentencing a vampire to final death for the pangs of the pairs. The code of the kindred and the system for punishing transgression is the law of retaliation. Well, that one almost sounds the same as Coteries. Wow, why? There are 5 different versions of the story and all of them seem plausible. Catherine's relationship with the city is odd, to say the least, but hush for now. So we're trying to kill the conversation. The appearance of... Ah, you. Appearance of Thomas O'Toole gives him a perfect way out. I need more drink. Mr. Arturo. Ah, Arizona, keep up the good work, eh? Yes, quite, and indeed. That was the voice I was looking for. Of course. That was Arturo. An architect by trade, he's a herald, or a member Prince of Panhard's inner circle, and in Cinder whose thoughts seem to be 10 times faster than his words. I thought you said herald, not harpy. Given gossip masters right now will often trade their wisdom for favors of political gain. Harpy originated as insults, some have taken the turn back. It was a badge of pride. Who doesn't need a friend who has dirt on everyone? Yeah, he's a herald. Harpy. Okay, sure. Good night, Miss Arturo. Ah, yes, he disappeared in the night. Well, that was brief. They just stand in the way, that might made. Force them to properly acknowledge my existence. You severely underestimate their dedication to annoying whelps like you. Now it's different than the arcade human users. Whelps now how they refer to you. Your kid when they fucking upgrade or loves to use it to put me down from time to time. Yeah, basically I'm sure Creator loves about that. He has to tolerate our resistance. But the thing is, we could just be an ass. Cause we're literally basically we have diplomatic immunity to a degree. To a degree. Like in a way, we technically already outrank player character from Coteries. Like player character from Coteries was just, you know, embraced, and yeah. Then they had to basically do the whole Bloodlines way of sucking up to literally everyone while building up their coterie. No real idea to, you know, the power level, or, well, I think they were at least Generation 10. We're not even really given our generation. I could assume they were at least somewhere around 9 or 10. Probably. Maybe 11, who knows. But yeah. Problem though is we're special because we're given to the camera to basically be, you know, a representative of the La Sombra Hill. Which, to be fair, not really the best choice when, you know, you barely know much about what you are. You've barely been embraced. You haven't really been given too much info yet about, you know, all the politics and stuff about things. You're just basically tossed in like, hey, go handle things between the clans. I know, right? Just in case you're serious, I beg of you, don't. I've been meaning to ask you for a while now. But never had the opportunity. You really hate Arturo's guts, don't you? Carefully measures his diplomatic response. I have no short feelings about Thomas Arturo whatsoever. Yeah, considering you always listen positives about every local camera ever seen from the moon, you might have as well have called him a cunt. Language weapons for Arturo. I will share my opinion about him as soon as I come up with one that sticks for more than a week. Can't emerge from the Arto. Rushing towards the street, only noble looking woman stops next to her. She's wearing a hijab, but careless enough doesn't hide her hair beneath it. Primogen, if you were rude enough to stay, you're curling out with the cloth, served mostly covered with her horrifying scars. Ah, Samira, you were mentioned a few times. Yeah, she was mentioned back in Coteries. She was the one who basically had, what was it, Bruce, I think? Spying on the Anarchs. Crater, oh, and young Julia. Do my best not to step because Samira is One of the few New York City camera appearances who hasn't been an asshole to me yet. So here to the Prince require the Clan of the Hunt's countenance and matter? Clan of the Hunt. Ah, I was like, Clan of the Hunt. Ah, you guys. The Banu Hakim called Assamites in the past, but that's basically a slur at this point. Oh, is it now? Fuck's sake, so fucking Assamites. Basically, slur at this point are a new addition to the camera, only having joined a few years ago. Before that, they were independent for both the cam and the anarts, and they were used as assassins for hire. It's supposed to be very good. Other job too nowadays, it looks to me like they would rebrand themselves as keepers of the law, which still gives them the occasional chance to hunt somebody down. But no longer for payment of blood. It used to be the addition. Or at least not overly. The one member of the clan that I know pretty well, was pretty cagey about the aspect of the Banu Hakim, but learned from a few other sources that members of the clan have a bit of a drinking problem. They taste no kindred why they find it hard to stop. Their inclusion to the camera seems to have stirred some disconnect among the Jamil. The lawmen who also use a form of blood sorcery to produce their berries have serves different rituals. Some are clearly religiously motivated. Only know a small part of the fact that the clan has been traditionally tied to Islam in the Middle East in general. Well, here's the thing about clan Assamite. There were actually several sub-factions to it. Like, they had the warrior part, they had the assassin part, and they had the mage part, basically. All different variants of how Clan Assamite worked. And yes, I'm going to refer to them as Clan Assamite because I don't play by 5th edition rules. The fact is that no matter how hard she tried, she shouldn't expect me to wear different costumes from all night. She's the Banu Hakim Primogen. Just like the little samba, the clan was independent from the camera until relatively recently. They negotiated a better deal than we did. They have a Primogen for one. Having from the Middle East, Banu Hakim. Return to the practice of justice. The rules must be upheld and every transgression punished. They don't have much say in New York City, but the prince often sees their judgment. It's just good PR. Treacherous understanding, those are beautiful clothes. Thank you so much. I'm here to see the offer you came up with. And how are you, Julia? You seen any lights at the end of the tunnel? I'm pretty certain it's a train. Sorry to hear that. I trust you're pushing the prince and your superiors to improve your standing. It's a process. Oh, Julia, you won't achieve anything if you don't keep reaching for it. Cradle, weren't you supposed to teach with the ropes? I'm trying to promotion, but with the charge, always a process. I wish you good luck then. Good night, Julia. Good night, Quater. Good night. Have a safe trip. The row has to be almost empty by now. You like her, don't you? Stop with your class clowner, whelp-at. I'm sure to reveal deep insecurities. Wow, that's harsh. Spatula, why as harsh as you claim? I mean, she did tell us folks to call her some more, but you're still keeping your distance with that Primogen shit. Watch your profanity, don't. And don't project your fantasies on me. I won't give you a lesson about professional boundaries, but I expect the way you will eventually learn it will be extremely unpleasant. Alright, you. Am I interrupting something, good folks? No, I'm constantly pestering him. Crater's posture is unshaking. His response comes swift and unfazed. Not all, Mr. Van der Weyden. Hey, about your office. Ah, you know me, my dear Sheriff. Where else would I go? Alright. I don't remember doing too much with you. Good old Clan Malkavian. Good old Clan Malkavian. Clan of the Moon has earned its reputation as a place for total psychopaths, yet there's a twisted kind of reason to the madness of the children of Malkav. Their condition seems to stem from gazing too deeply into the web of connections that govern the world, from learning too much, seeing too much, feeling too much, blights how they self-medicate. Almost himself a mental breakdown following their embrace. This is an exacerbation of disorder for disorders that are already present, but sometimes it's entirely new. That's described as unstable. There's no telling when a malcave will snap or drop some unespecially wise insight. Code oracles, gestures, visionaries if you're being nice. Madmen, libraries, and lunatics if you're not. Good old Malkavians. Because even though Code of Thunder will widen its perimeter as well as Malkavian to be precise, I don't hear Crater address him as such. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Oh, I will absolutely show up, provided I can. Well, just in case already, I apologize for not making it to the prince. Simply drowning in work these days. Room's temple and... Oh god, innotation pounds those voices around. Half of it sounds like Jay. Well, I can't do those voices. Oh, this is exactly like Barack Obama. Is he gonna try to sell us on healthcare.gov? Probably. Just think his parents would offer so fake. The old money, of course, comes from a long line of Dutch merchants who originally settled in the New York region. Runs a widely successful law office, scrubs over to release of both kindred and kind being derogatory way for vampires referred to mortals comes from kindred and kind. Just remember that kind rhymes for swine and you get the picture. He's perfect in every way and that's why he's unnerving. Sharp Malkavian must be blind with some inflection, but whatever it is, he doesn't let it show. Hard to not wonder what he's hiding. Operations are planned to last all week. Surely you'll find the time. I pray I will, my good man. I pray I will. In case you need to reach me, you know where to find me. Have a good one. Didn't register my presence before leaving. Sometimes I think that I was still hoping I would simply go away. Crow drives away and is never seen. Crater shakes his head. You want to hear about which member of the New York series camera I just like the most? Yes. She's been knowing glance and smirks. Too bad they're all my dear colleagues, and I deeply respect every single one of them. Sure you do. If I wanted to blow up something that could lock you out, Mr. Vander Wyden's legal services, would you? Asked Esther. I do expect to find myself in need of a good defense attorney with my broken, competent, foul-mouthed assistant finally pushing me over the edge. Ooh, do you still need me here on your... I still need to swing by St. Patrick's tonight. Don't worry, we're almost done. The prince is coming out. Captain is the last person to leave the ship, huh? And there she is, Helene Panhard, the big kahuna, someone I once knew would call her. The de facto ruler of New York City and a self-professed patron of the arts. Wait a penny for your thoughts. You should be pleased to hear the High Regent has resigned to her fate, my prince. Mr. Vander Wyden is decidedly not. I suspect he will be too busy to join the festivities all the week through. Excellent. She turns to me. Sawensky, when you supposed to accompany our good show for his duty tonight? There was an unexpected change of plans. Catherine Wise is back in the city. Catherine's out. Well, that's a welcome surprise. What does it have to do with you, Miss Sawensky? She said she didn't want to trouble you with all the paperwork going right for Prince Panhard. It's all been taken care of. Crater's already been informed of everything. That's certainly a nice gesture, but wait a minute. Where exactly did you meet her? In a fast food restaurant, my prince. I see. Rubs her eyes. Catherine will love her proletarian amusement, I suppose. It will be a source of amusing antidotes this week. How to avoid these situations in the future might be a good time to discuss offering Miss Lewinsky an office of her own. We'll get to it eventually with a more pressing matter at hand. The festivities start tomorrow and there's still so much to be done. Make sure the art horse are killed before leaving. And certainly, my prince, have a good night. Good night, Crater. Good night, Miss Lewinsky. Talk about your work soon, don't worry. Of course, good night, Prince Spanhard. Chauffeur, let's go to a limo. There's an awkward silence between me and Crater until the car disappears around the corner. More pressing matters, huh? Paying for your thought, Sheriff? I'm certain an image of the keeper of the Elysium, stuck in a fast food restaurant will linger in Prince Panor's mind. Far closer you go than you were a few minutes ago. Pretty sure I've heard you say something to that effect a few times now. I stand by my words. Rome wasn't built in a day, Julia. Come on, lawyers, don't you think it... I think such as the Ivory Towers is so hell-bound showing disrespect to my clan they're actually willing to make fools of themselves in the process. Well, we had to endure our own hazing rituals, but yes, the current situation is not ideal. Jesus, this chapter's going on for a while. Well, we need a hand closing up the Elysium. I'll manage to get in the way. Better run. Some shadow in Chicago is probably impatient to get a copy of the report you give me. Please one master, now it's time to please the upper. Yeah, here's the thing about working for two masters. Neither of them really thinks of you as their own. Not knowing how to reply, Crater shrugged, so I waved to him goodbye and headed for the subway. Yeah, I think I called you. It's been over an hour. Still not done with this chapter, but I forget how much more reading we have to do before we get down to choices. If I remember right, there was technically less choices in this one. It's very pretty much like Coteries was all about, you know, your choices and stuff. Deciding who to go help. How you want to treat the story. But yet at the same time, not so much that the story really matters in the long run. Especially once we got to the end and it was very, you know. Congrats, you reached the end. By the way, your coterie only really played like one small part. Like, I only really played one small part in the long run. Other than that, yeah, it was just basically the journey to get there. Whereas this has less choices, I think. Because, you know, we don't get play. I don't even remember if we get really play around that much with our powers that much. I think for the most part, yeah, this is just... Mostly, this is how the story goes. The thing, though, is, in my opinion, it's a better story than Coteries, so it's got that going for it, at least. Besides, I can dig the whole somber thing. Not certainly my typical clan, but, yeah, I can work with it. My typical clan would be either Gangrel or Malkavian. Maybe Tremel. Probably up there with either, well, it depends. Gangrel fun, feral claws. Malkavian fun, that whole demontation. Well, I want to point out that I'm still not happy with the way Clan Crest ruined the Malkavian bloodlines, with certain powers being on the right spots and not working right. Bedlam not being the proper Bedlam and all that, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah. Basically, once again, the most overpowered power in... Well, maybe not the most overpowered power, but the best power still obfuscate. Just cause. Turn invisible, sneak up. Boop. Dead. Boop. Dead. Boop. Dead. Boop. Dead. Refresh, obfuscate. Boop. Dead. But yeah. I'm sure there was technically better powers to core if we're going with, you know, all the potential. But couldn't we technically do that in a way? I mean, shadows and all that. Couldn't we just blend in with the shadows too? You think? Anyway, I really fulfilled. I haven't been getting enough time to record lately. Back in Guild Wars 2 working on things because I have technically too many videos still in stockpile that I need to get uploaded so I have more space to record other things. But this right here technically doesn't take up much space and is easy enough to record. Minus the whole having to constantly read, which is on the voice. But yeah. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you all and have a nice day.